Oh, I was supposed to. Well, hello.
Hey.
How's everyone doing? And we've got a special guest. Hold on. Before we get started with anything.
Watching as you pack. Hello.
Child, the girls aren't organized. We need y'all to get it together. We'll
Listen,
let you slide, Ebony, but there were other people that
Abby,
said they was going to be on the show. So.
You're supposed to be in this chat. You are supposed to be on this show.
Papa, y'all, I sent y'all the link. Y'all supposed to log in, not just listen. It's like a family show. Well, listen, we're going to say hello to the one person that followed instructions.
Exactly.
Hey, Tyra, how you doing, Miss Tyra?
Hello.
Hey, love. I love all of this look.
It is a look. It is a full look.
I love all of this look.
I said I was finna wear my lamb chop onesie for y'all this evening.
Hallelujah.
So before we get started, let me just go back and address the elephant in the room.
Hold on. Let me set
No, we don't do elephants. We do frogs, other things. We don't do elephants.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Listen, all of God's creatures have a place in this space.
Yes.
And some of listen, while we absolutely love all of these bunny rabbits, we absolutely love all of these elephants at the same time as well. So
there we go.
We're going to say that.
We got Papa. Now we're looking for eccentric.
Yeah, we're just going to call everybody out that got the list that went. So Papa, eccentric. There he's there. Hey, kids.
Hey, Papa.
Hey,
we're doing sign language. We're not talking now.
Can you hear us, Papa?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. We want to make sure because this is going to be an interactive show. So so just relax and chill. This is going to be a good time. So
yes,
here's the scene.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Early year.
Picture it.
Dominion's domain. Early year, except for an Atlas. Hey, Atlas. Early year for the past several years since at least 2011. I have had cookies and cocktails, which is a cookie exchange. I was watching Martha Stewart one day and she was like, I just have a cookie exchange with my friends where we all make solid gold cookies and, we drink, Dom Perignon, you just throw it away by the glass full. So I decided to do that. And so this one already said that he was going to show up late because he had another function to go to. I was hurt.
We're just setting the scene. We're not doing emotion. We're setting the scene, not the emotional trauma. We're setting the scene. That's all. That's all we're doing. We don't have to talk about the emotion. Just set the scene.
Wait a minute, Lola. You ready to be? If you're ready to be on the show, Lola, I'll message you.
Lola's in the
She's not in. She's not in the Superfans group.
Lola, come on in, girl.
Lola, I just messaged you on Facebook. So just click on that link and join the show. So anyway, I was beside myself that he was going to be late, but that's fine.
You're not dressed, girl.
Well, when you get ready, we'll be ready for you. So she finally shows up. She comes in. Everything is lovely. We're having a fabulous time, standing around, partying, and
I want you all to know that this introduction is probably longer than the entire evening, just so to be clear.
So and that's the scene. So there we go.
Okay. So I will now add into this. So while I committed to attend Cookies and Cocktails, and I have attended Cookies and Cocktails for the past several years. I think I missed it 1 year because of something with family or something like that. One time,
probably
something like that. But anyway, I committed.
Atlas, I just added you to the group chat, so click on that link and join us.
Yes, I committed to showing up at the function. I also,
hey Dwayne,
hey, I also had, hey, what's going on? Now you show up on the come on and listen. How are you, Dwayne? So I committed to coming to Cookies and Cocktails, and I bumped into a very dear friend of mine. She was a co-worker and she is a friend. And we are very good friends to the point that her daughters, I do refer to them as my nieces. And so we just have a lot of stuff in common. For me, it's also a piece of my life that I don't necessarily get to. It gives me some closure to some things.
Get to the part where you dipped out early.
No. You got an emotional, so I'm gonna go into my emotional side. So there is a 10-year age difference between her and myself.
And by the way, you saw her at the barbershop the day before.
There's a 10-year age difference between herself and between me and her, which is also the same age difference between me and my older sister. It's 1 year shorter than me and my older sister. But I don't necessarily have that relationship with my sister. That's a brother-sister relationship. So she kind of represents a lot of that for me. So we have a great time together. And for me, it just represents a whole lot. Now, what I will also say, oh my God, celebrities are in the house. What's going on?
Are y'all calling from the penthouse suite on Celebrity Cruises? Kai and Spence?
Not the penthouse suite, but yeah, we're on the cruise ship.
You're on the cruise ship.
Oh.
You know what? I can't.
Listen, I need to be as fancy as these kids. So let me grow up.
Okay. So, she turned 60, and when she turned 60, she said, "I expect," and I was like, "Okay." So again, she's very close to me, and when she told me, I said, "Girl, this weekend is a packed weekend. I have lots of things to do, but what I will do is I will show up." I showed up. I got to see her. I got to see her sister. I got to see her daughters. I got to see her other family members because again, we're just that tight. And I did leave out. When I did get to the party, I got there about 30 minutes later than I planned to get there, which was the time I allotted myself.
But it's fine.
I came in and I had heard. In fact, I still smelled the fragrance and the beauty.
It was Carolina Herrera, wasn't it?
And all that I smelled in the air of one Miss Tyra Nicole, who had just left.
Yes.
And the first thing out of Dominion's mouth was before I could even lean in to give my air kisses to say, mwah, mwah, he said, "You know Tyra is mad at you." And I was like, shit.
Did you taste his cocktail?
I did not yet. I was still giving my. I was still
okay. All right. There we go.
So that is my explanation of what happened, and I will also acknowledge that I was a little bit later than I was supposed to be, and I apologize for that. However, I also did do a vanishing act for a DNA appointment.
So let's get there. Tyra has a question.
This trick is amazing.
Thank you. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's lemon vodka, kinky, pink, a little sweet and sour, a little what the fuck is that?
There's something else.
Triple sec.
Okay. It's the kinky. That's what I taste. Okay.
It's the kinky and the sweet and sour. It's got a little orange juice and a little cranberry.
Okay,
juice.
I'm sorry. Tyra,
please cross-examine the witness.
First of all, giving honor and glory to God, who is the head of my household. Hello, Kai and Morgan, because I want to be on the boat with you. Because I have heard all about you guys and your 10, 14-day cruises. And I just need to know, do you want to adopt the big girl as your child, as your adult child?
Come on.
Okay.
We always looking for somebody to go cruising with.
You're welcome anytime.
I don't ask for a whole lot. I'll drink with y'all. I'll set up who I need to set up, and I'll go sit in my corner and just listen. That I'll observe. I'll just be quiet and drink.
Come on, it sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Okay. Hi, Papa. Again, nice hat. Nice hat.
Thank
I'm
you.
doing all
How
the
are
nice things because I'm about to get to that one over there.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Understand something right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me call you by your government. 1, 2.
Thank you.
Do you understand what we did? Dominion has invited me for 10 years to Cookies and Cocktails since its inception, I believe. And every Saturday that he has invited me, I've been double and triple booked. I made
So
a
you
point
understand my plight.
No. I made a point this year to say, if I don't attend, and told husband, if I don't attend, I'm going to be out of the circle of trust.
Exactly.
And I too was double booked. And I came, and every time the ding dong kept ringing, I kept looking to say, where's my baby?
Is that
Where's
epic?
my baby?
He literally was
I'm
like,
in
is
the
that
kitchen.
epic? Is that my
I'm in
boo?
the kitchen.
Is that my boo?
Sweating
Where's
like
my boo?
silly. I'm in the kitchen sweating like silly. I had on sequins. It
She
was
sure did.
hot.
It was very
and
hot.
a whole hair hat that was heavy.
But it looked fabulous.
Thank you, baby. And face was beat. Do you understand? I got dressed and bathed and beat and was swaddled in Joe Malone from head to toe.
Yes.
The expensive Joe Malone, so that I could smell good and nobody would talk bad about me, and even made husband put on the good moisturizer.
He was very moisturized.
And he was looking.
The household was looking good.
He was looking for Epic. He said, "Where's Epic?" And what did Dominion say to me? Oh, he's double booked. I said, oh, he's booked and busy, but he'll be here. Exactly. We were supposed to do a hit and run. We got there. I'm in the kitchen with Kendra flipping chicken wings, helping him put the sauce together. We trying to put the cookies in the right thing. And I'm sitting here saying hi to everybody. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Oh, I know you. I know you. Looking every time the bing bong, looking for my baby. Where's my baby? Finally, at 9:30, we leave.
9:30.
And what time did I arrive?
You're happy, and then you got then you have the titanium balls to tell me when you walked in, you still smell me. That lets me further know.
I just missed you. I just literally just missed you. Just missed you.
It was within 20 minutes.
Listen, in gay speak, that is just missing. What are you talking about? 20 minutes is, come on.
And how you gonna leave one party to go to the party with your older sister that's not your sister, then to go to a DNA appointment? That's not what we signed up for.
Now I want to pick up my grievance again because I let it slide because the party's supposed to go to like 2 a.m. So, all right, fine. You know, people get there when they get there. He comes in, we are chit-chatting, standing around outside. I looked here, I looked at him. I looked here, and when I looked back, she was gone. I was like, this bit, and he was like, because while we were chit-chatting, while we were sitting out there chit-chatting, his phone goes click, click, or whatever it does. And he was like, Shell, I got a date. And I was like, oh, okay, so you're going to see him tomorrow, right? He was like, no, I'm leaving. I was like, this bitch ain't even been here a whole hour good.
First of all,
she did bring a bottle of alcohol because her mother did raise her up. So
I brought vintage wine and cookies.
Yes.
I brought the hood cookies. Do you understand? Yes. I had to go to the hood, risking carjacking and assault on my person.
Exactly.
For the hood cookies.
Exactly.
And then flip chicken wings. 2 trays of chicken wings. Me and Papa was in the kitchen with the onesie sweating.
All I can say is I did make it here.
Mm-hmm.
I promised to be here. I'm trying to be a man of my word, and I do apologize. And I will take this only from you. Only from you.
And me.
This one, I get this. I get shit from every single day. I know this, but I will take this only from you because you are one of the two people that will always be the first people to ever come to. So I will take this from you. I will take this from you. I will take it.
Mm-hmm. So
you are family. You are family. And I love you.
I love
and
you.
You love me. And that means
do.
I can say you ain't shit in times like this.
Right.
Because I know you would tell me when I'm not shit.
That's true. Now, I will say Cookies and Cocktails was nice. Now, the verdict is guilty. She's guilty as sin.
Well, wait a minute.
But
listen.
The sentence is a hug.
Child, I got hugged. Listen, I got hugged.
She got way more than
I got hugged, dugged, rubbed, flubbed, and mugged all night long. I was good with that.
She still smelled like a man.
Were you tired on Sunday?
As shit.
Were you tired on Monday?
Yes, because on Sunday, I had to then go to another function.
I was gonna say another dick in a DNA.
No, I had to go to another function on Saturday
because
I was so tired by the time I got home and my evening began there. Mm-hmm. It was probably about close to 2 a.m. once everything got really kicked off. So these eyes didn't close to go to sleep until the sun came up. So as I'm laying around all day, like trying to get myself together, I had to get ready for a 2:00 event on Sunday because an ex of mine is moving to across the country. And so I had to show up at that. And so when I got there, I was like, okay, so of course that became a drive-by, but the drive-by became more than 15, 20 minutes. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, hey.
Did you squat? Did you squat in the drive-by? Did you do any calisthenics in the drive-by?
I did not have any drinks though, but I didn't do any calisthenics.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, summary of Cookies and Cocktails. We had a wonderful time. I was expecting that just like in years past. First of all, shout out to Papa because Papa was like, "Hey, I can come over early to help." I was like, "I don't really need that." And then he was like, "I don't have anything else to do." Sure. So he showed up at 5:00 to help me, and I'm so glad he did.
Gold star for Papa.
It was a lot. And gold star for Tyra because Tyra jumped in. Because here's what happened. I expected that
colored people to be colored people.
And that people would start, come in, in dribs and drabs between 8:30 and like 10, with everybody being there between 10 and 10:15. So that's why I wasn't super concerned with you showing up late. Bitch. Everybody showed up between 8 and 8:20. So
I say 8:17.
Right. My house went from 0 to like 50 people in like 20 minutes. And we're still like putting the cars together and making the hot sauce and flipping the chicken and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, but it worked out well. But let me tell you, the party is supposed to be over at 2. Papa left around like 12:15 or so, and I was like, you know what? This party is over. Some of the kids were like, I thought this was until 2:00. I was like, it was, but the party's over now.
And here's the thing. I was coming back from the other place and I literally looked at it. I was like, it's only 12:30. Technically, I could go back over there, but I may see some things that my virgin eyes and ears may not be ready to see.
People say that all the time, but I don't throw those kind of parties, not like in a big group like that. Now, I have had people come over to the house thinking that they're going to dip it low and spread it wide, but I don't be having those kind of parties out in the public like that. So
I knew that. I was just saying, like, I'm going to come over and, like, instead of the white light, it was going to be a red light, a blue light, and that's the sign that, if the red light or blue light is on.
Listen, but no, when I do have one of those parties, you'll be the first to know. So thank you very much to Tyra and to Papa for helping me, and my sister for helping set up and break down. When I tell you that everybody showed up, like within 20 minutes.
That's a good thing compared to because again.
No, bitch, because I wasn't ready. Because I was like,
but I'm just saying, but normally when you are ready, wings. People come in they roll in later.
Epic. Let me tell you how this happened. A visual. We have my love. Picture it. Saturday, 2021. We have my love in a similar sequin shirt, not the hat. Baby, you sweating. You're a little moist up top. You're a little moist up top.
Lola.
Here, let me dab you. Let me dab
Lola.
you. Hey, Lola. Let me dab you. Let me dab you. He had to literally say to me, okay, after this round, I'm going to need you to go sit down because you're a guest. And I was like,
I felt bad. I was like, shit. Now, listen, I didn't say any of this to my sister. I was like, bitch, chicken wings. Flip the fucking chicken wings. Come on, silly.
Kendra was like, okay.
You can see it on her face. She was like, next time I'm put a little sugar AVP in it and see how you like.
But you know what? That's okay. That's okay because I've jumped into those roles several times, and so I get it. Like I have no problem with that. If I was here early, which I'm usually never early, but if I was here early, I probably would have jumped into. So that ain't no big deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Working.
Yeah. I felt weird because I'm usually late, so I came early because I felt like if I did not come on time and attend, I was going to be out the circle of trust. So I came early. I was like, okay, I have 10, 11 years to make up for not being here. Right. So, babe,
but you got the chicken wings, so that's what mattered.
We got the chicken wing. Don't forget the water. And I helped and got the 2 vases out, the 2 pictures out the cabinet.
There's a lot going on. You didn't really see what was happening in the kitchen because you left so early, so you didn't really get to see any of that.
I was on cookies time, and I was like, "Thank you for your cookies."
We're doing all night. Okay. Just to be clear,
I was on cookies time, and I was like, "Thank you for your cookies. Please put them here. Here are markers. Right. Write your cookies. What these cookies are on said thing. Please put them here." And then me and Papa, you good? He's like, yep, I'm good. Okay, we good. Here, put your coats on here, not on the outside, because when people walk through, you're going to knock them over. So put them on the inside. Okay. That's all. Right. I'm done.
Well, and so everything worked out beautifully. So I'm already starting to plan for the next iteration of Gloria. That's the Christmas trees now.
Okay.
So Gloria,
she looked amazing though.
Thank you.
And we had a dry run ahead of time, and I was like, "These are my concerns," and he was like, "Look," I was like,
"What was your concerns?"
We were talking about that. I was like, "Listen, if you have all this stuff."
I was like, because if you saw the picture on Facebook of the setup for the tree, he was like, "People are going to step on the rug." I was like, "No, they aren't."
No, they won't.
They don't want to get put the fuck out.
Because it was about at least 10. It was like 10 or 15 people that were that would have been ready to beat somebody's ass if they had stepped on the wrong way. And then even husband was like, that's what you want, right? That's the tree that you want, right? And he was asking Dominion, he was like, so how long did it take for you to do that? Dominion was like, I've amassed this over some time. And I looked at him and I said, so in translation, that means he put work in this shit. This is expensive.
Yeah, it's 2 years.
Yeah. We had several conversations during the process because by itself it's one pattern, and then he did another pattern, then he was changing up, and then from the first year to the second year there's more stuff on it. So yeah, it's a lot of time.
That
it's a little bit of stuff.
Oh no, all of that is done. What was done was the skirt.
Well, we were talking about changing the pins too. Remember?
I didn't change it. Not a pin.
Okay.
Because I was so over it.
Okay.
I was so over it. And it's like if you're doing a mosaic, and each mosaic you got to glue each individual piece down. Then once it's done,
throw some glitter on that shit. Keep it moving.
Fuck it, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But it was the rest of the scene. So next year, Gloria is going to have a couple of siblings that are going to join it. So it's going to be a Christmas family.
Okay.
So pretty soon, there's not going to be any room for people in the living room.
It's going to be Gloria.
Yeah, right.
Can we retire Gloria? I.e., give her to me. Then
I knew that's what
you knew that's where it was going.
Why lie? I said it only 10 times that night. I want that.
And I heard it. I was like, Okay, so
And he's dashed over it. Okay.
because see, as soon as this is the shirt that I had on Saturday, and she was like, "So why don't you just take that off?" And I'm like, you can get this from ASOS.
Epic. I think I grabbed his nipples more than I grabbed anybody else ever in the history of my life. I was like, honey, just let me get the shirt, please.
So here's
Please.
what I will do. Here's what I will do as to show deference to those that were on time.
Mhm.
If I find this, it is yours.
Mhm.
Oh, I know where it is.
Okay. I'm just saying, if I find it's yours, I'll.
So I got to lock up my closet because this.
No,
say,
not his.
It.
But if I find it where I think because I've seen a couple different iterations of it.
Oh, okay. Because
I'll make sure I get
ASOS.
right. I'll make sure I get you one. Definitely.
I will say this with Gloria, I'm in complete and total awe. I don't know when you find time to do these things.
Right.
So yeah, I'm in complete and total awe. So if you manage to come up with like children's and a husband and some, maybe some pets, I will be fucking amazed.
She said pets.
That would be cute.
I'm here.
I mean, you might as well go for the whole family.
The dog, and I can see the leash being like all Swarovski crystals. Like I'm here for that. Like I'm here for that. Yeah.
I want to see a cat.
We can do we can do Miss Kitty.
Well, I looked online, and these kinds of mannequin Christmas trees are going for as much as $1,500. So we'll see.
And there it is. Hey, Crimson Diamond, Mike. So Coyote, I don't think that
there was edibles. You left.
No, I remember. No, I remember when they came because the person that brought some of them came in after I did.
Yes, Dylan brought some some edibles.
Right. So I saw that.
Oh, okay.
I knew that they were there.
Saw them.
Yeah, I was there in time. And I saw
That's
that.
good. I'm glad that you saw that.
Yes,
Very
I
good.
did.
That's good for you. All right. So we have some stories to talk about real quick, and then we're going to get into our favorite things. Because first of all, Flavor Flav was nearly crushed to death after a boulder hit his car. He says he was on a road trip from Vegas to LA Tuesday when the rain caused a boulder to fall down a cliffside in Latuna Canyon and smash the right side of his vehicle. We're told the collision caused Flav to briefly lose control of his vehicle, but he was able to get it to the side of the road.
Hey, Cardi.
If he'd been a few feet in another direction, the boulder would have likely killed him. And so we're glad that he is alive.
Yes, indeed. Eccentric, you said it won't connect to phone camera. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can make that happen. But if you still want to join in, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, you can
if your camera won't connect, that's fine. But we still love to have
you can still post what you got to say in the chat.
Yeah.
So and yes, Coyote, you are welcome to contribute next year.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. And listen, let me also be clear. This was a very dry cookies and cocktail for me because my DNA appointment was a little. Listen, a bitch just started his new job, and I'm, now I had to go through a background check, and I thought I had to pee in a cup and everything. So I was really kind of like dried out. But bitch, I am excited that it have now finished the first week, and bitch, I ain't got to do no peeing in the cup. So I'm going to have a very Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas.
Hallelujah.
Merry Christmas.
Let him use you. Let him use you.
Exactly.
He already did on Saturday.
He did on Saturday and left probably evidence.
It was more so probably Sunday morning though, but that's okay.
Don't say that.
Classy.
So
Epic Onyx, classy as fuck.
I'm not gonna say that. So some sad news. There were 5 children that were actually that fell to their death, and they were injured, and others were injured while they were in a bouncy castle that was blown into the air by a gust of wind outside of an Australian school Thursday of last week. The unimaginable tragedy took place during a celebrity marking the last week of classes before Christmas break at Hillcrest Primary School in northern Tasmania. The children in the bouncy castle were tossed a height of about 33 feet on a sunny early summer day that was forecast by local weather services to have light winds. The victims were all 6th graders and included 2 boys and 2 girls. The gender of a 5th child who later died in the hospital is unclear. So our thoughts and prayers go out to them. But I can't imagine a whole entire bouncy house going up into the air and all the people going. That's a visual that I can't imagine, and I don't necessarily know if I really want to see it. But it's so sad. So our hearts, our thoughts and prayers go out to that family, or all of the families, I should say.
So my other light-skinned husband, because I forgot all about Steph Curry when we was having Battle of the Light Skins, because I forgot about Steph Curry, because he's right up there, because he's like got them light eyes.
But
too.
see, Steph is just for me. Steph is
Kinda
just
funny looking.
He's just yellow. That's it. Like there's nothing cute. He's just yellow to
He
me.
just do. And I don't necessarily like someone just because they're light-skinned, but I just think Steph Curry is attractive.
Okay, well, all right. I mean, we all have our flavors, and that's fine.
Right.
Ooh, I have treats. I forgot.
What kind of treats?
Just chocolate treats. Please
Like
read on. Just read.
Edible chocolate treats? Or
No, just
oh.
regular liquor.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Spike Lee did the most to get the perfect photo of Steph Curry during a historic night. So Steph Curry made his history at Madison Square Garden in New York on Tuesday when he became the NBA's all-time leading three-point shooter. But it was Spike Lee who amused people after the game with his photography skills. The filmmaker and longtime Knicks fan took a seat in the court, blah, blah, blah. Lee, who was determined to get the shot, he did a lot. So he did a lot to get the picture. So
and at the end of the day, the
this
picture.
is
So
lovely.
yes, this was a gift from D'Lo, the young lady who had the birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a boozy little chocolate truffle assortment. There's a London gin, a Scotch whiskey, a Navy rum, and a Prosecco. These are really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the London gin.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Scotch whiskey. That's the Navy rum, and that's the Prosecco. The Prosecco is one of my favorites so far.
Which one is the Prosecco?
That's the Prosecco.
Okay, I'm gonna hold that on the side.
Okay. So we had this was an article that was brought up to us, and we talked about this, and we can probably survey them on this as well and talk to them.
Yeah, we want to get everybody's opinion on this.
But so we'll talk about that in a second. But I also wanted to mention this new thing. Okay, so California, if you weren't aware of it, the amount of meat that humans consume globally has risen over the decades, and meat production is now at an all-time high, according to World Watch Institute. Meat production has tripled over the last 40 years, increasing by 20% in just the last decade. And more meat production leads to more carbon emissions that feed climate change. Okay, so since this has become a major problem, companies around the world have been working on green alternatives to meat products. Perhaps you might remember our previous coverage of Impossible Foods, Impossible Burgers, and how they're nearly identical to regular patties and redefine meat's 3D printed steaks. Okay, one such company is Upside Foods. Hear me out. It's a cultured meat company, I'm spitting all over the place, that is headquarters in Berkeley, California, and it claims that its vast 53,000 square foot facility is the world's most advanced lab-grown meat facility so far. Exactly. Exactly. The facility is powered by vats and tubes and it goes by the name Engineering, Production, and Innovation Center, or EPIC. Not the same thing. Being the very first of its kind, the facility is expected...
you are full of meat.
I was. The facility is expected to produce 50,000 pounds of commercial cultured meat. Okay, so here's the thing. The team basically, to get this meat, they basically harvest cells from live animals in bioreactors and bathe them in nutrients that help them grow to actual meat sizes. We feed the cell a range of nutrients, amino acids, sugars, trace minerals, and vitamins, normally found in food and compositionally similar to what develops organically in animal bodies, just in a different format. The initial cells, although are obtained through a variety of methods, the site says, including biopsies from living animals, eggs, fishing, and recently slaughtered animals who were already a part of the food system.
I decline.
Now, while this fake meat and or meat product is cruelty free, it's also greatly beneficial for the environment. So Upside Food states that that the cell cultured meat may require up to 90% less land and water and emit up to 90% fewer greenhouse gases. So I don't write the news. I just report it. Tyra, I'm gonna need you to breathe because you have this look on your
Take
face.
yourself off of mute, Lola.
I'm putting my hand up because I turned the heat off where I left the house, and it's like 35 degrees here in the forest. No, that's a no and a no.
Right.
No.
I'd rather just have an Impossible Burger, or as Crimson Diamond said, I'll just go vegan. That just feels like a lot.
I mean, listen, listen, we just report it. That's all we do.
But when I want to, here's the thing. I would love to move, and I haven't really done it yet, but I'd like to. This one is really good too.
So that one is the London Gin, I believe. That's the
Oh,
London
and I
gin.
don't normally fuck with gin, but this is
Yeah,
good.
that's the London Gin.
Mixed
Yeah,
with chocolate.
Yeah, and this is the Navy rum.
Yeah, I don't normally. I would love to go to a diet that was like 90% plant-based, but when I want a fucking steak, bitch, I want a steak. A steak that was like actually used to be alive steak.
So
like we're going to go to Del Frisco's on Christmas Day.
Absolutely. Give me the
Wait a
whole
minute,
cow.
Are you coming? Because you weren't on the list. You were, but then you said you weren't going to be available. Okay, all right. So I'm fine. Yeah, go ahead, Tyra. Y'all take yourselves off of mute. You can speak.
Yeah.
The fuck is we doing? The fuck is he say somebody said somebody some bullshit about Del Frisco's on Christmas? How the fuck you gonna do that on a day you know?
What now?
So, I did not know about this Del Frisco's, and I just spent $100 on beef Wellington, and it's sitting in my fridge right now. Okay.
I would like to say that I just spent $196 fucking dollars on 5 pounds of steamed, shelled, spiced ass and shipping crab legs, jumbo crab legs that have been cut, taken out the shell, soaked in God's butter and garlic.
Look at God. Oh, that
and
sounds
then
wonderful.
Frozen. It's a whole tray, and then it's shipped to me.
Well, yeah, sounds like y'all are going to have a lovely time. Me?
No. It ain't no y'all. It ain't no y'all. That's for me because I can eat that by myself.
Sorry.
It might take me a few days, but what
see what
so
happened was that
it was an evolution.
It was, it's a couples thing. So it's me and my partner.
Oh,
Papa.
okay.
It wasn't no couples thing, bitch. I was never coupled up.
And so what if it was? I got a whole 7-foot mountain in the bed right now. Fuck you, mean you just
true.
at my wedding?
I mean,
Listen, I was going to ask about that.
You was just at my wedding, so how you gonna say it's the couple thing?
Idea of having a family show.
I'm being discriminated against.
How you gonna say it was a couples thing? You was just at my wedding. I spent a whole Honda Pilot on getting coupled up for life. How you gonna say?
Well,
I feel discriminated against as a single person. I
feel discriminated against as a woman, as somebody with tits. I just feel like me and
Lola had that too.
Listen, Lola,
it was not that at all.
So here's how it came about because many of us were here for Christmas, and we decided that we were going to treat ourselves on that day, the Christmas day, and just have
like
a very nice dinner.
And we didn't get a chance to do it last year.
We didn't get a chance, because
pepperoni.
And we wound up doing, and we had a wonderful time, and it was several of us, Papa included. We had a wonderful time. We closed the place down. We didn't realize we sat there for like 6 hours. We closed that place down.
But we had
a cute waiter giving us drinks and shit. We had a wonderful time. We were just sitting there, just having an adult friggin' Christmas. And so I was pissed off because once it happened, I was like, not discrimination. Eccentric, go sit down. Go sit down.
Stop instigating.
We enjoyed it so much. We really wanted to do it again. But then we also knew that it may not necessarily, it didn't happen last year, and it may not happen again this year, we thought, because of COVID. And at this rate, we don't know what's going to go on, so it may or may not happen.
Day after tomorrow, we're going to fucking
House and Never. Yeah, House and Never. I also made plans to because the brother had bought a house. I didn't go there last year for Christmas, and I said I was going there this year for Christmas to spend Christmas. So I wasn't going to be here for Christmas, so that's why I wasn't.
Only allow me to make a reservation for 4, and that's my story.
So it's down to 4 now, as opposed to 6, because it used to be 6.
They just didn't have a space for anything more than 4,
and that's fine.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But we will have a big celebration for our 100th anniversary. 200 show. So we will prep that, and everyone will be invited. More shows. All right. So hopefully that
no, it didn't. I think I can speak for me and Lola that it didn't. However, go off, booze, because we want you to enjoy and we want you to have fun and have a great holiday. And
I mean,
you
Papa,
know,
you
all
can
of
add
that.
something to this. You can
And
add
you
something
did
to
it
this.
last
Right,
year.
Papa's like,
But you could add. I mean, you sit there all quiet. I mean, but you could add something in here. You could.
No, because you
help,
threw
help
Papa
us
under
help
the
us out
bus.
a little bit. I mean, something.
No, you noticed you threw Papa under the bus. You were like, I was there and Papa was too. Like, I caught that. And
I
Papa's
caught that
eyebrows went
too.
up like this. Papa's eyebrows went up like this. Like,
Yep. Like
threw
I was
Papa under the bus.
serving.
So they are remaking
Sad news first.
what's the sad news?
Right listen, I know y'all were worried about him, and we're gonna talk about this rap legend.
R.I.P. to Kango Kid of UTFO, who died at 55. He had been battling stage 4 colon cancer and had recently undergone surgery. What now? What does he say? You want
to stop? Because I was being serious.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you was like, okay.
No, because it was really sad. It was sad.
I'm sorry.
But
well, yeah. So rest in peace.
I know why you laughed, Epic. I know why you laughed.
But in some other happy news.
Wait, really quickly, can we just jump in here? I just want to, and I'm a woman and I'm not a man, but can we please encourage people out there to go for their screenings? Colon cancer is something that can be easily screened for. You know, you can get the manual exam. You can also get the colonoscopy. Yeah, it sucks. Colonoscopies suck, but they can detect cancers and other problems. And if you do it soon, it's something that you can survive. So please, everyone, go out there and get screened.
Amen.
Absolutely. Let me be clear. I was laughing at and making a reference to me calling him a rap legend. And he is, for all intents and purposes.
UTFO.
He is for all intents and purposes, but it's not like he has these rap linguistical skills. He's not
a rap legend
as the Michael Jackson of rap, which would be Busy Bones.
Right. It was like, what? That was that's a callback from that was
a couple shows ago. One of our brothers, his roommate said that Busy Bones
from Bone Thugs
and Harmony is the Michael Jackson of rap for his
time. He's a hot ass lie.
Yeah, that's
I said what, and he was like, yeah. If you listen to his album, I was like, he had an album.
One album.
He had an album.
I've listened to everything, and I would just say mental illness is real. Mental illness is real
on both parts.
And I'm not saying that to joke. Like he literally he speaks in third person a lot.
I do. So in some interesting news, the 1995 hit Tu Wong Fu is getting a British remake. Now, when I first saw this, I had zero interest in it. But then it's going to be starring Jude Law as Vita Bohem, Idris Elba as Noxeema Jackson, and Dev Patel as what is a new character. They're going to name her apparently Maya Life, who is replacing
Miss Chichi
Rodriguez,
which will be John Leguizamo's character.
Which was John Leguizamo. So I'm kind of here for it. I'm especially excited to see Idris Elba as Noxeema Jackson.
So while I was
now, are they going to go to Nebraska, or are they going to do this like in the English countryside?
Sure. While I was very not looking forward to Wesley Snipes playing a drag queen, for all intents and purposes and for what it was, he actually was pretty good.
He was good
because he represented the actual population that I actually I've seen that population.
That big raw bone.
Right. He represented population. And I was like, okay, I was good with that. Just like Vita represented a part of the population that I remember
Vita was
seeing.
giving you soft film, but all
just a different.
They all stepped into that character, and
different characters within that diaspora of
what can be drag.
And so I'd look at it that way.
And after that initial scene where you saw Patrick Swayze and Wesley getting dressed, I never saw them. Oh, that's Wesley Snipes,
No.
or oh, that's Patrick Swayze.
No.
And I definitely never saw
Miss
John
Chi-Chi.
Leguizamo.
Because Miss Chi turned the motherfucking
She
party.
turned
all
it
the
out
way
even before they redid her. She was still giving. She was giving you little Banji Girl.
She was giving you Banji Girl, but she turned it all the way out. At the end
she definitely turned it all the way out.
She had her little love tendrils there. She was standing there like this.
Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of here for it. What do you all think? Go ahead, Tyra. Go ahead, Tyra.
Who is my boyfriend that I love so much? He's the comedian. He's the transvestite. I feel like he could have played Patrick Swayze's character.
Are you talking about
Eddie Izzard?
Yes, Eddie Izzard. Okay. Yes, Eddie Izzard. But like I feel like he could have played that too, because that's kind of him as it is.
The thing for me that was interesting about Tu Wong Fu, both the original and now this remake, is that these sort of traditionally masculine presenting men are convincingly playing these drag characters. No, girl, no one wants to see Flame Monroe.
Well, so let me be clear.
This is me.
Okay,
this is me. Right. I don't see it for her.
So
she was kind of on that special.
She has
Tiffany Haddish.
She has a comedy, a brand of comedy that is very in your face, but it could work in some way. Like she could be in this movie in some way, shape, or form. I don't necessarily know if I can see her as playing Ms. Noxzema.
She could be racial. She could be
like she could do something like that. She can make a presence.
Right.
So I think Flame is. You either like Flame or you don't. Like. It's kind of like
I thought she was kind of funny, but I feel you know who she feels like to me? She feels like the Candace Owens of the Black trans. Because she has said some real problematic stuff about being trans and
okay. So and this is I'm not trying to go down this road because I am not trans and I can't even speak on the trans experience. Howsoever, I can't speak on her experience either. And she has been very clear about her experience and what she feels about certain things. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good, but you know, when you all right, so that's a whole conversation for another time. All right, so let's get into our list. Our first category. Category is our favorite things, movies. So what were our favorite movies for the year? How about you start us off, Papa? What were your favorite movies for the year? And don't just be giving like a list. We're trying to have a conversation.
You got to start with somebody else. I haven't seen hardly any movies this year.
All right. Well, how about you, Lola?
I didn't know there was homework. Shit. What is time? I don't know anymore. I got to be honest with you. I'm not really quite sure at this time. I'm kind of really drawing a blank when it comes to movies. There are some movies that I accidentally have put off seeing because I wanted to actually sit and focus.
What are those?
I wanted to see Passing badly, and I meant to watch it over Thanksgiving, but I didn't. So I'm kind of saving that and Boxing Day for Christmas.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to pass. Somebody else start.
Don't worry.
So
no worries. This is fun and gay. This is party and bullshit.
That's all it is.
Tyra, what were your favorite movies?
You have your favorite movies?
So I'm gonna say No Time to Die.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see
which
that
is on my list
because Daniel Craig can get it. All the time.
Yes.
Always in all ways.
Hallelujah.
So No Time to Die, Red Notice, because again, Dwayne Johnson can get it.
Yes.
All the time. And then the two that I haven't seen yet, but I want to see, Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've just heard so many things, and people may think I'm bougie, and I am, but I'm a Matrix nut.
Okay,
so tonight we're on now.
It's out on HBO Max.
Right, I just haven't had time to fully sit. Like I need to fully sit and engross myself because I have to go back to all of the other ones and then remember what I missed. And Jada's kind of jarring me.
Jada
Like
Pinkett
I could have done without her. I could have done without her.
Wait a minute,
like,
Jada Pinkett Smith is in the latest Matrix?
So
yeah.
And
she looks really good
I know she
too.
was in the original.
Not well, the second,
Whatever.
or third, I think it was. But anyway.
Listen, long story short, Aaliyah was Jada had she not gotten on that damn plane.
Right.
Well, no, Aaliyah was Nona Gay's character.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I just loved how when the promos,
who, by the way, is an absolutely gorgeous woman. Let me be clear.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Baby, listen.
But she is something about the chicks that Prince messes with. She's a little off. And I don't know if it was.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's because she's Marvin's daughter, and there's a lot to unpack with just that.
Yeah, that's true.
Your grandfather killed your father.
Mm-hmm. Your grandfather had other issues as well. So
and your grandfather was a slime. Like I don't really know what that is, but like she there's a lot to unpack with her, but she's off.
Okay.
Like off. But she aesthetically might be the one.
Okay. All right.
To make me.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I said what I said, but no,
we here for it.
But so far, like everything else past the movies I mentioned is a blur because they were all available online. And for me, when you say movie, I'm going to the movies and I'm getting the big thing of popcorn with the butter and I'm bringing the rest home. Like a movie to me is like we're sitting in the movie theater.
It's the whole experience.
Right.
It's a whole experience. And because of the pepperoni, I can't.
Right.
Because of the Omarion, the Delta Sigma Theta, and all the other things, I can't.
Because I fucked them all up.
The Tri-Deltas.
Tri-Deltas. The Delta Sigma Theta and the Tri-Deltas and the Tri-Lambs. I can't.
Right. So Ebby says King Richard was good, which, I mean, I don't know that I had a whole lot of interest in seeing that.
I didn't have it.
So that was my question. That's out.
Yeah, that was out a month or two ago.
Yeah, that was out a while ago.
I mean, I heard there was like Oscar buzz and then it went quiet. So
yeah.
I just felt like the King Richard movie was adapted to make him look as good as possible. And that's not what I've read about him.
Okay.
Okay.
From what I understand, the King Richard was from, his daughters produced it and it's
right
from their perspective. So it's not going to be objective.
Right.
It's definitely going to have a lot of bias in it.
Okay. So
Epic, what were your favorite movies?
One of my favorites this year that comes to mind that made such an impression on me was Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And it was a whole different movie. All goddamn 4 hours of it. Mm-hmm. I loved it. So that was one of my movies for this year. I absolutely enjoyed it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of that left a mark on me this year.
Cruella. So
listen, Cruella was not. It didn't leave a mark on me. What Cruella was for me was Cruella justified at a molecular level why I am gay as hell. Because on a molecular level, when if anybody hasn't seen this, I'm going to spoil it right now. When that whole scene with that garbage truck and that motherfucking train was blowing in the fucking wind.
Yes.
And it was all the mismatched pieces.
Hallelujah.
But the way it flowed.
Yes.
I can't. I can't.
So Cruella, and I know this is controversial, at least to you, but Respect. Because I like Aretha. I was never like a huge
Mm,
Aretha fan. Not like Guy. I'm not that kind of Aretha fan, Tyra. But
no, ain't
I
nobody is that
love.
kind of Aretha fan
I
except
feel like
him.
Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Hudson's voice.
Don't you say
fit-
Jennifer Aniston?
Right, Jennifer Hudson's voice fit Aretha Franklin's story perfectly. So I
Mm-hmm.
loved it for the music, if
Mm-hmm.
not for the acting and the fact that they didn't make any attempt to make her look at all like Aretha Franklin.
Did you
And the
feel like
dude that
she was
played
snubbed?
Malcolm X, MLK, they was like, y'all couldn't have got a brother that was like balding or something, because that dude didn't look nothing like MLK. But I was in for the music.
Did you feel like she was snubbed because she didn't get nominated for a Golden Globe? Like I felt like she played the hell out of that. And again, knowing that Aretha was Aretha, and she literally picked who she wanted to play her. This had the blessing of Aretha. So did you feel like she was snubbed because she wasn't nominated? And there's the whole trinity. It's what the Golden Globes, the Screen Actors Guild, and the Oscars nomination. So she wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe. Do you feel like she was snubbed?
No, because I don't think the acting in the movie was all of that. There was nothing about the movie. I'm only saying it was a great movie because it was a great trip through Aretha's music, and that was
Okay.
what I was there for. It wasn't the best acting, it wasn't the best story. So the acting didn't do anything for me. So I'm not upset. I'm not upset the way, like, if she hadn't been nominated for, if Jennifer Hudson hadn't been nominated for Dreamgirls, I would have been upset about that. I'm not upset because that was a great acting performance. I don't think Aretha was a great acting performance. It was a great singing performance.
I get you.
Mike or Coyote, I actually agree with you about Cynthia Erivo's version. It wasn't Cynthia Erivo's acting, but the story was better, and so I agree with you on that. So if you've seen Respect and you haven't seen Cynthia Erivo's version, which is kind of like a documentary, almost, that one actually is kind. I like that one a little bit better of the two. But I'm gonna not say anything about Jennifer Hudson.
You've already said all of the negativity. You've left all of that negativity and without giving her some RESPTTC. Motherfucker, you know how to spell it.
I love Effie.
Dylan said, fuck you. Dylan said Spider-Man, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Shang-Chi. Now, I like Shang-Chi. I really did like Shang-Chi, but I didn't go in for it. So, but I really did like it. I like it, but it's not something that stands out to me.
It was okay.
And also,
it was memorable when his shirt was off.
That's true, because when he took, I was like, Jesus Christ. I just knew they was gonna have this scene with him and Awkwafina hooking up or something, and we would have saw Awkwafina give this awkward, funny girl sex performance, which I was not looking forward to at all.
She's just awkward all around. Like, I'm just not.
She's giving you awkward in the body.
She's legendary in the basic ball thing.
Right. She's giving you basic now. Now let's talk about TV shows.
Okay.
So TV shows. I'll just start this one.
Okay.
So my favorites: Pose and shit. The one with all the black people.
Insecure.
Insecure?
Fuck no.
The Venom.
Exactly.
Sorry. No.
Me and Dominion may be the only two black people that aren't necessarily like, we're not pressed to see Insecure. Me and Dominion may be the only two black people that are like,
You know what? So I say this to Epic all the time. I don't watch, like, he'll be like, hey, did you ever see like The Best Man's Wedding, The Best Friends, or whatever, or How I Got Married? And I always say, I don't watch black movies Insecure feels like a black TV show.
Don't
So
it?
it doesn't really interest me. It's that whole black heterosexual foolishness that it just doesn't interest me at all. And I could be entirely wrong. And I'm sure
But you watched Aretha. It was black heterosexual foolishness because her husband was foolishly beating her ass.
but that was a movie that was like a drama. It's just something different about it.
Okay, all right.
So
all
no.
right,
But
okay.
anyway, no. What was the one with Jussie's sister?
Oh, you're talking about
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft. So
Lovecraft.
yes, those were my two favorite shows: Lovecraft and Pose.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
Yeah,
this. Well, I'm sorry. I'd like to mean I haven't had access to cable and things over the years. Well, the past 2 years, yes, but prior to that, no. I hadn't seen Insecure until this year.
Mhm.
And so I'm not as emotionally invested in the show as some people are. I mean, it's interesting, it's fascinating, but I really don't care.
Me and Lola are like twins. I'm right there. Like, I hear about it. I don't care. Like, I don't feel like I need to watch it because I'm of the melaninated culture. Like, I don't.
So for me, Insecure does not have anything to do with the fact that they are melanated people.
Okay.
For me, what it has to do with, it's the comedy of the black experience.
Sure.
That's one piece of it. And it's also the fact that I can identify in my lifetime. I've been a part of groups like that, of like, just like Sex and the City. Like, I identified with Sex and the City as well because I identify with one of the characters.
Right.
Within the group of people and so for me, within Insecure, I identify with a couple of the characters, and that's why I think it's funny. And I think there's some really irreverent shit that they do,
Like
or
when
that
she
they
threw the baby.
yeah, like
I did
that,
see
that they wouldn't
scene.
expect black folks to do, which
Right.
I find funny because we do these things in real life, and that's why I find it funny.
Mhm.
And although I think it's a good show, I'm not saying it's one of my favorites for the year.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy it, but I enjoy the show. But I will forever watch it. This is the last season, as a matter of fact. So
Yeah.
I'm already a little emotional about that. So
Right.
I'm a little hot on high alert.
She Pisces says, "Has anyone seen Kung Fu Hustle?" I haven't.
Kung Fu
I've
Hustle,
heard of it.
the movie was fucking hilarious.
Mhm.
From
And,
like years ago.
Coyote says, "What do you think of Harlem?" Which
I haven't
I've
watched it
also
yet.
heard of, and that's got my boo in it, Tyler Lepley. So I need to watch that, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
Stop it. That's not yours. Stop it.
But speaking of, since
Stop
you brought
it.
up Tyler,
I touched him first.
since you brought up Tyler, I will say that, the Pink
Mhm.
down in the valley where
Now
the
that
girls
In the
get
valley where the
naked.
girls get naked.
Now I did like that show.
Come on, Tyra. Yeah.
And I was not going to watch it because it felt like a hood show that I
It
wasn't going
was.
to watch. But then you were like, "We got to watch it for the show," and so I was like, "All right," and I did end up enjoying it. I found it to be quite.
It is so good. It is
So that was one of my
ratchet,
shows.
but it is so good. Like,
Yes.
I want to watch that, and I identify with that more so than with insecure people.
You tried to get up on the pole, Tyra?
I have.
I love you, Tyra. Come through.
Yes. Any other TV shows we need to mention?
I also enjoy
Just
Lovecraft.
say, can we just pause for a moment and say how much we miss, not because of our previous lives and what we did Dominion, but can we just pause for a moment and say like how much we miss like the How to Get Away with Murder and the Scandal. Like, I feel like that is missing.
It is.
That is missing. All of these other things that
I
are on
forgot
the
about
table.
Bridgerton, which I liked, but I didn't love.
People raved about Bridgerton, and let me tell you something. That is one of them shows where I was like, "Fuck that damn show." I didn't. First of all, I didn't even watch that damn show. I couldn't even get past. I can't. For me, I'm one of these people that I cannot stand a period piece, which is really weird because I love Dangerous Liaisons, but I can't stand a period piece like that. And it's something about it. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I just, even when I look at like other shows like The Queen and all this other
Oh, The Crown was fabulous. I fucking love The
and
Crown.
and the shishi poo poo. I cannot. I can't.
The thing for me about Bridgerton that I liked it and it was interesting,
Mhm.
but everybody was talking about how beautiful Reggae Jean, blah 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 is, and I was like,
he's cute.
he's okay, but the way that the kids was going in for him, you know, the women and the gays, I was just like,
he's all right.
he's not unattractive.
No.
But it just didn't really do that for me. I got it.
Come through.
It's got a little merce there,
Come through.
All right, so our next topic is artists. So when we put this together, I was thinking like music artists,
right? So for me, again, y'all already know I'm a Janet Jackson fan, so let me start with that. And yes. I loved.
But what did she do in 2022?
No, what I'm saying is there's a point because I'm drawing a parallel. I'm drawing a parallel.
Genitalia.
So for me, what I enjoyed this year was I loved how Doja Cat made a presence for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoyed her. Yes. And I also enjoyed Normani. I enjoyed that combination of them kind of for me.
You know who doesn't do it for me?
Because I love Janet. They kind of represents three different sides of her and like all
they're all influenced.
And so I kind of see that. But the Chloe and Halle, let me be clear, I absolutely love them together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Separate. I don't and listen, Cardi.
Yes, genitalians. Right.
Yes, get it right.
Genetics.
Get it right. It's not genitalians.
Genetics. That's the new one. Hashtag genitalians.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do
your
that.
genitalia. You want them to touch your genitalia.
Don't do that. My fingers on his button, and you will be kicked out of his room.
Right. You put your button, your genitalia.
She landed late.
But no. So the thing that I don't. So people keep talking about how, and I've seen Chloe and Halle together, and they sound beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I will be interested to hear what the women have to say about this, but it sucks to me that these women can't just only stand on their talent. That they have, and listen, I have no problem if your image is sort of sexual, but see, when Chloe sings, she's like, "What can I do?" I was like, that doesn't sound like someone with a beautiful singing voice to me, and it's more about the look to me than anything else.
A couple of things. One, my favorite performance by them is when they did the award show, and one of the songs, and Shaft and I were talking about this. Spill It Boy. We were talking about in Ungodly Hour when they're in the silver suits and they're on the tennis courts.
Yes.
Love me in the ungodly hour. They were singing and harmonizing, and it was amazing for me. I love that. Chloe, I will say, you can definitely see that she loves Beyonce and is imitating.
She is giving a Beyonce cosplay.
Right. And while it works
to the point where
it works for Beyonce, but it doesn't work for her.
It's to the point where she's like, no shade, Riley Knox is I think she's transitioned, so she's a trans woman who is also a Beyonce
who has a show coming up, as a matter of fact.
Right. Yeah. But it's that level for Chloe sometimes for me, where it's not just those other women that you have mentioned, they're influenced by Janet Jackson, but they aren't giving
their own,
a Janet Jackson performance.
Right.
Chloe feels like she's even got like the same hair flips and moves, so it feels like she's giving that performance.
One more person I forgot to mention because I absolutely fucking love this album. Mm-hmm. Miss Motherfucking Tiana Taylor. If you have not gotten her album, I will definitely for me, I think it's one of the best like listen to her album from beginning to end. Now, let me start by saying she is not a vocalist. She is not at all. She is not. You will even question some of her creativity, because she samples a lot of stuff, a lot of people, but she gives them credit and she definitely mentions them as influences. But the album is amazing. Like and especially if you are of a certain age, you will get all of the references that she's made on this last album. So I would definitely recommend getting that if you like good R&B, hip hop kind of thing like that. Tiana Taylor was definitely one of my favorites.
Heard it and didn't care for it.
But that's me. That's me.
My list begins and ends with Lil Nas X.
I do not dislike Lil Nas X. I absolutely love how he trolls the trolls.
Oh, baby.
I love that.
He's working the kids.
Like, I absolutely love that about him. Some of his songs are cute, but I love how he just
that whole album that he dropped, all of the videos, there's some songs on there that I can't wait to hear like the full song because it was amazing. Like some of the like B-sides. Yeah. I really love it. And I love his look, his aesthetic, the way that he trolls the kids. He does. Doja Cat. Well, see, my thing with Doja Cat is I was introduced from Doja Cat with Rules. And you had me when the hook is you can play with my pussy, but don't play with my emotions. Yeah. But the rest of her songs are not giving you that hardcore female rapper kind of vibe. But so that's what I was looking for.
But I think that's why I like her, because she is a theater kid. Okay. She does everything. So she sings, she dances, she acts, she's acrobatic. Like she is amazing. Like when her performances, it's amazing. And I love people that are entertainers. So I that's what I liked about her.
Papa, who is your favorite artist from 2021?
And Dylan, not to correct you, just in case anybody is looking for this, it's Teyana, just in case you're looking for her. Anybody looking for her album, just as well.
You got unmic.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
I would say Doja Cat only because I did not expect to like her. And I don't really have a reason for that, but I actually really do like her.
Okay.
So she's probably my favorite of the year.
Okay.
And maybe I'll just add that I'm glad Adele came back.
Okay.
But can we also give a special shout out to Megan? Because this was Megan's year as well.
This was Megan Thee Stallion's
we got to give Megan, we got to give her a shout out because it was definitely her year. Because listen, baby, there's nobody in the industry that got knees like Megan. Knees like Megan. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's one other person that has knees like Megan. Baby,
go ahead, Tyra.
I don't.
When your ass gets shot in the foot and the N-word that shot you in the foot says bitch walk, and you still crip walk out the limo and still got mega knees. He shot you in the foot. He ain't fuck up your knees. You got a whole bunch of mega knees, and then you traipse your ass across the stage and get a whole bachelor's degree. Bitch, you done won 2021, 22, 23. You're good up until 2025.
Yeah.
We ain't asking you for a whole lot because he didn't even shoot you in the tendon and the cartilage. He shot you somewhere in the pinky toe. He did what you got done. He did what what's her name did. That damn Della Reese did to Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights. He shot you in the pinky toe and then said, bitch, walk. That's what he said. The fact that she hopped her ass out and like literally dragged her foot up out the limo and still went on to get a fucking bachelor's degree.
Right. Yeah.
Not an honorary. She put the work in.
Yeah.
She put the work in.
But didn't she also have and I don't really follow music like that, but didn't she also put an album out while she was in school?
A whole entire album.
A whole album.
She got shot.
She had to
and got a whole endorsement with Popeyes, with the whole entire Popeyes chicken, to the point where every time you dip your damn chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or chicken in some sauce, if the shit says hottie sauce, that's Megan shit.
Then she got the BA, and then to make it even better or worse or whatever you want to call it, she's establishing a scholarship fund at her school. So yeah, no, she won it all.
And also, she's hiring other graduates to actually work in the retirement facility. I think it is.
Right. She's buying retirement facilities.
Yes.
She's
So
buying
I-
a chain of retirement facilities.
We definitely got to give a shout out to her.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
that's
have
what
a
we call
soft
giving
spot
back. That's
for
called
I have
using
a
your
soft
power.
spot for anybody who has been able to persevere after losing a parent or parents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this child lost her parent early.
Mm-hmm.
And while she's got all of the things that you would think that you would say, okay, well, you know, she's dropping it low and dipping it low. I'm sorry, as a big girl, she's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give Megan all the credit. I don't care if it's surgically, whatever, how you want to say it. I don't care if it's like enhanced or blessed by Jesus or blessed by Dr. Curves. I don't care how it happened, but the girl looks good. And she's got the bachelor's degree and it's not honorary. That means she put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give her props. And then she's entrepreneurial because, hello, Popeyes, you know, N-words love chicken. You done got a whole hottie sauce that is essentially mambo sauce for the people in the DC area.
Is it?
It's that part right there. It's that part, Tyra.
I've had it. I don't F with Popeyes at all unless it's a biscuit. And I'm like, let me run me the hottie sauce so I can see. I was like, is this shit? This is mambo sauce. This is nothing but mambo sauce.
We're gonna leave that alone. Dip
your biscuit in the hottie sauce. It is mumbo sauce, but Megan done found a way to make it work. And the clear people done love her and her hottie sauce. So go off, sis. Go off.
Right. Any other artists that we forgot to mention?
We mentioned Lil Nas X.
Yes.
I feel like you have to mention, even though you're gonna roll your eyes, you have to mention whatever he's going by now. Yay, Yeezy, whatever is the Kanye West. You got to mention him.
Yeah, she don't do it for me. I don't see it.
I know she don't do it for you, but he had a whole thing at the LA Coliseum, and I was waiting for some shit to happen. Like, what is it? COVID, not COVID, but like when the vampires then came out because he had all the people gathered.
Oh yes.
And I felt like at 11:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, what was fitting to happen was like he was gonna say like all the people like came down and he had his minions and his choir come down. I felt like something was fitting to happen. I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Right.
The blood was gonna start raining from the wall or something.
Lola, you were gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say, wouldn't that make him Stunt Queen of the Year or something like that?
Listen,
that's exactly what he was.
So we're gonna put. I'm keeping a list.
Yeah.
So all right. So fashion moments. Lola, start us off with fashion moments.
You keep. I didn't know there was homework. Okay, fashion moments. Oh wait. Crocs made a comeback this year, and I just want to give them a shout out. Shout out to Crocs. You got Negroes in NYC rocking the Crocs. You know, you got hip hop gibbets to stick in the holes and make it all nice and pretty. I mean, they had a comeback with the panini here because everybody wanted to be comfortable and didn't want to spend a lot of money. And so Crocs really just had a resurgence and I'm here for it. I don't own any right now. The only Crocs I own are flip-flops, but yes, Crocs.
Excellent. What about you, Tyra?
Are we saying fashion moments of the year?
Yes, we're saying
fashion moment, yes.
I just feel like we need to just address the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
My black ass done bought all these fucking clothes and all these goddamn shoes. And all I have worn is the leggings that make your butt look real fluffy and real, you know, the leggings that have like the cinching in the middle that make your butt look real fluffy.
Yes.
And Crocs. And I had to take inventory and realize like I have probably 10 pairs of Crocs. And I said, and he asked me, like, what do you have more of, Crocs or wigs? And I had to think about it for a second. I'm like,
ain't nothing wrong with either.
Listen, long as you comfortable, baby, that's all that matters.
Look, I bought loungewear this year, but prior to this Parthenon, I was against loungewear because I'm like, if I'm at home and I'm entertaining, I'm either going to wear clothes or I'm going to be naked. I don't really see a need for something in between. And then this year hit, this pandemic hit, and I'm like, well, I like to lounge around, but I still like to be comfortable. So now I'm out spending hundreds of dollars on loungewear. And I got all this damn loungewear. And
have you noticed that the price of loungewear has gone up
all the way?
Exactly, because they knew. Lululemon and Athletica and what's the other? I don't even know the other one, but it's like Lululemon, Athletica, and Old Navy. All of these places, like, they've gone up. Like my $20-some-odd high-waisted Elevate leggings from Old Navy have now gone up to $39.99, and I'm like, you kiss my whole entire ass, and it's a whole wide ass, but you can kiss it. Like, I'm not doing that with y'all.
Right.
I'm not doing that with y'all. I have leggings. We've got Uggs. We've got Crocs. We've got wigs. We've got the leggings that everybody talked about that said, like, it would make your butt look great. Mm-hmm. I got a few pairs of those on the Amazon. And the only thing I'm coming for now is things that are sequins and glittery, which means Dominion, I'm coming for that top. I don't care what you say.
And watch this.
If you take it off.
No.
Now understand. I only live 12 minutes from you. So by the time we're still talking.
No, not the hat too.
My black ass will get off of this shit and be to you in 12 minutes and knock you on the door.
I'll hold it down. Go ahead. You start driving. Let's do this beat down on air. Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
Right.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Right. Papa, what about you? What's your fashion moments?
Oh Lord, a fashion moment for me. I'm sure it was probably some little black curtain that Billy Porter wore.
Woo!
That feels more like
he
stunts
didn't.
To
yeah,
me,
it's
but...
like okay. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay.
Well, wait. Okay, I obviously made a mistake there. Let's talk about some Joy Reid hairstyles.
No.
Listen.
She has been on an air journey.
She's lately. She is doing it because when she first started, listen, that wig, they did like this with that wig. They said, "Here, Joy, here's your hair."
It dropped.
I'm Joy Reid, and I'm here today for and it was just literally like she shook it. She didn't shake all the curls out of the damn.
You know what it is?
But lately,
they've been
doing her well.
I'm pretty sure that at least in the beginning, she did not have a black stylist. So
no.
It's hard to do. Because Joy Reid is like a real journalist. So it's hard to do like real journalism, prep for the show, and get your hair together at the same time.
Her hair and makeup squad. Hold on one second, Tyra. Her hair and makeup squad, they've been with her for God knows how long. So
it's no excuse. All right,
even if she doesn't know, even if she doesn't have one or budget for it, if they've been with her for so long, there's no way I am not letting anybody that I know walk around with some crazy hair on. Let me be clear. So if anybody that's watching this show wears a wig and you're around me and it's something a little crazy, listen, I'm gonna be like this in your ear.
But Epic, if you've watched her the last couple weeks, like halfway through her show, she gets really shiny right here and really light. Like in between the commercials, they're putting something on her real quick that's not their normal color.
They're putting powder. She has highlight on her face. And they're putting powder on it to damp away some of the shininess, but they don't have enough time to like let it bake. So once you put it in, you then let it bake, and then it goes down to a normal color. So by the end of the show, she looks regular. Am I correct?
I love it, Tyra. Yeah. That's a fashion moment right there.
Yeah. But yes, but
so
the hair part
is your fashion. That's your fashion.
No,
moment?
so there's several things from the Met Gallery that was a fashion moment for me.
Come on,
and
speak on it.
But there's so many, so I can't like.
You can name 3. So I got mine.
Yeah, it's there's several. I can't think of what, but they're Met Gala. Let me just say this: the Met Gala this year gave me what I needed.
Yes,
that's
okay.
now. Let me just say it that way because there's several things I could pick out. I can't pick out one thing that's the baddest thing, but there were several things from Met Gala. Met Gala.
So normally I don't fucks with Kim Kardashian, but I love that all black look that she had at the Met Gala. I thought that was cute. She was giving ninja. She was giving big booty ninja. I thought that was cute. I thought Lil Nas X, came in and served the girls with the coat and then took the coat off and came in as the solid gold Tin Man and took that off and had something else underneath. So he served with that. But nobody, and I do mean nobody, served it harder at the motherfucking Met Gala more than Iman. Boop. Iman turned you girls all the way out at the Met Gala. The kids were gagging from top to bottom. I will also say, who also made me gag, not necessarily at the Met Gala, but just, also Cardi B turned it in that red outfit that she had. It was huge. That turned it for me. Rihanna is a fashion moment because
it's Rihanna. So let's just
Savage
leave it at
Fenty by Fenty show.
That, yeah. Now, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't even the fashion. It was just the fucking prep. Listen.
It's the principality of the situation.
It was everything. Listen, and I will say this on air. Listen, I have dabbled in all types of ponds and pools, and I've started on one side and went to the other side. But baby, let me tell you something. There were some people in that video that I was like, 301.
Yes.
It was the sexiness of it, and
yes.
It just made me. Listen, I didn't give up. Listen, you had a toe missing, you had a leg missing, you had a head missing, you had two hoo-has.
You know what it was?
I was here for it, all of it.
Steel vagina.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they just. I don't know what it, but I enjoyed it. And
After birth.
It was steel. It was giving steel vagina.
Again.
Yes.
So I enjoyed it.
Now, my last fashion moment also gets me into my political moments. Motherfucking Michelle LaVaughn Obama.
Wait.
No.
You gotta go down the line.
You gotta say her whole government. Michelle LaVaughn Robinson.
Which part are you talking about? Just her?
Just her.
Okay, because I'm gonna give it to the person that put the four of them together: Michelle, Jennifer Lopez, Jill Biden, and Lady Gaga, and that whole cartoon of the maroon, the white, the blue. I'm sorry, and the poet laureate. What's her name?
The kid. Yes.
I can't.
But
that's not a kid. She's like 25
she's a grown
years old.
But that
Amanda Gorman.
Amanda
Gorman.
That whole all of that I was here for. The whole monochromatic look with all of it, I was here for it. Like I just.
But Michelle Obama.
But it wasn't. It was that. It's the right. It was this.
Hold on. It was
this.
It was the bang.
It was this.
It was the bang.
Where's my bang?
It was the bang. She was like, "Y'all bitches ain't ready for this."
She was like, "Bitch, you ain't ready for none of this, bitch." She was like, "Bitch, what?"
She was like, "I heard you bitches was looking for me."
Bitch, here I go.
Michelle Obama came out with that pantsuit, with that belt buckle, and that motherfucking bang, and the
mask, and the mask,
all matching.
And the guy who designed her stuff was the one from not Project Runway. He was from the other show, not
blah blah blah.
Fuck, it's not Project Runway. It's the other show. He won. He's a designer. I can't think of his name. But anyway, he was good.
Yeah, and there were pictures that compared Michelle's 2016 look where she had it pulled back in a bun and it was like wispy flyaway hairs, and it was like she was giving that look was like, bitch, I am over all of this. I don't give a fuck. But this year she turned it out. Tyra said, if Bougie Goon was a whole real person. That was Tyra.
Let me tell you
That
something.
was Michelle Obama, because Michelle Obama looked like she came to slay or cut a bitch.
And Michelle Obama, the young lady that did her hair that was here in DC, when I tell you her entire business probably went through the fucking roof after they found out who did her hair.
Yeah.
Baby. Yes, Tyra.
I follow that hoe on Instagram. She got a whole waiting list of 2022 in the middle. I'm trying to get to her. She's in the Crystal City. Trust me. I'm trying to get to her and the flip and
When
the
you
weave.
listen, when you get to her, please call me like Facebook Live me or something so I can see, because I need to see this whole process. Matter of fact, I'll go with you. Just call me because I just want to sit in her presence. I want to be like, okay, girl, what you doing here?
And I love a good long fuck you coat. So that's what I loved about Jennifer Lopez and that white coat. But it was so funny when they were like, and singing the national anthem is Jennifer Lopez. I was like, what is this bitch gonna do? Get up and add "Let's Get Loud" into the song?
She did.
Let's Get Loud.
But let me be clear.
National anthem.
That is one of my favorite songs by her.
It is, but I'm just
but
like,
she surely put that
it would
bitch
be
in
like
there.
if Janet Jackson sang the national anthem and in the middle she's like, control.
No, she's like, bitch, we're all a part of a rhythm nation.
But wait. I'm literally watching it and like I'm on Facebook and Dominion, you literally said it. And I was like, okay, if this host sings it, and the minute that you posted, if she sings Let's Get Loud, I was hollering because she came in and she was like, let's get loud in opera. And I was like, girl.
So wait a minute. Condoleezza Rice went to your hairdresser?
Listen, everybody got to go somewhere. God bless it. So, I mean, I actually thought Jill Biden was giving a cute look.
She was giving a very sensible pump.
Listen, I love the coats. I love a sexy
everything.
wool coat. Yeah. And so I thought Kamala and Jill looked good in their coat. Joe Biden's daughter,
they look good. All of them in their coats. Because one had that
I didn't like it at first.
All taupe or the
but it was the one that had it was the coat of many colors, which I didn't like at first, but it grew on me.
I like the one that had the all taupe on or whatever. I thought she was.
Were they twins? One was like a sort of taupe color, and the other, but it was like the same coat, just different colors.
So listen, Tyra, your soror, I
don't generally like her.
Yeah,
style,
I love the fact that she is the VP, but there's something about her that I can't. It's her style. I can't. I don't know what it is. So if that makes sense, I don't know what it is.
I hear that, but you know me, I'm a low-key feminist. I try not to. I mean, it's cute because Michelle is just a private person, but I feel like we're fine here because this is a bullshit show, you know. But I've heard like real commentary about Kamala Harris's style or Hillary Clinton's style. It's like, bitch, she's not a fashion icon. That's not her fucking job, to be a fashion icon. Her job is to be the vice president of the United States. And so I'm not taking away your comments. I'm just saying generally, let's all try to be better about, I mean, for this conversation, it's fine to be like, yeah, I don't care for her style because this is what we're talking about. And but just generally, the idea that women are judged on, I mean, because no one talks about Joe Biden's style. No one talks about any of the men's style. It's only the style of the women politicians.
Let me be 100% clear. I am not what I think of what she wears has absolutely nothing to do with how she runs this motherfucking country.
We're all on the same page.
I get that. And yes, but what I will say is I can tell that by her with her pearls and her chucks, that I can
is a
get
lovely
with.
style.
I can get with that. And I like that. I like that because that shows that she's like, listen, I'm very down to earth. This is what I got going on. This is where I'm at. I'm trying to be comfortable. I got a little stylish going on. I'm a little urban, and I'm here with that. I'm here for all of that. So I'm here for that. But what was I feel like
the other political moment that I had is Derek Chauvin being found guilty. Although there was plenty of other bullshit.
January 6th, the way watching the television and
I remember because I was right over there at work, and I was not paying attention. I was honestly not paying attention to it. And you called me. You was like, bitch, are you watching the news? And I'm like, no, why the fuck would I be watching the news on January the 6th? And then he was like, turn on CNN right now. And I was like, girl, these people is like storming the Capitol. What the fuck is going on
Baby,
here?
it was, and I was sitting there like, I was in utter disbelief. Like, is this really happening? Like, is
Right,
this a
it
movie?
felt like a scene out
Like,
of
what
a
the
movie.
fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm sitting upstairs, and you know, the roomie works for like one of the Department of DHS, the Homeland Security, and one of those agencies. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And so his phone is ringing, and I'm ear hustling like a motherfucker. I'm like,
right.
like, bitch, what they saying? What's going to go on? I'm like, bitch,
right, because I was like, oh, so these motherfuckers try to start a revolution for real.
It was a lot.
These motherfuckers actually thought that this was like the Boston Tea Party, and that they was, you know, these motherfuckers thought they had like a real grievance, like this government was King George, and they were fighting against real tyranny with this "don't tread on me" bullshit.
And what was the girl? I don't even know her name. She's like, "Are you okay? We're storming the fucking Capitol."
That turned out to be a stunt. She wasn't real, but
just the fact that she said we were storming the fucking Capitol. What do you think? I'm like,
and then old boy with dressed up as with the horns and stuff. Then when they arrested his ass, he was like, I'm a vegan,
and I can't really
I
eat
need.
this.
I was like,
and
girl, you're in jail. What the fuck? Do you think Raheem when Raheem goes to jail, he's like, yeah, I'm a vegan. They're like, nigga, you gonna eat this food or you don't eat?
Listen, you gonna eat this motherfucking bread, this 2-day-old bologna sandwich, and we ain't got no mayonnaise in it. So eat this stale white bread, this bologna sandwich. That's what you're gonna eat. And here's some juice. It's not juice, it's juice. It's orange juice. That's what it is. It's juice.
What other political moments did we forget about? Anybody?
I don't want to. I want to go back to January 6th real quick because what killed me with that one is I was actually doing a favor for my ex that day, and I was driving him around DC, taking care of some car stuff, and we ran into the maggots, which is what I call them. We ran into the maggots all over the place, and then we went back to his house to eat food, and we watched the fucking storming of the Capitol while we're trying to eat, you know, district taco. And I'm sitting here going, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? And I lived in Baltimore at the time, and you know, we went on lockdown after that, and I was like, oh shit, now I gotta stay at this Negro's house. And
so wait, Lola, wait. You stayed at his house?
Hell no, I broke curfew, sweetie. I wasn't trying to stay there.
Okay. All right.
He was trying to get me to stay there, and I was like, "No, honey, I gotta go."
He was like, "Since you stay in the night, you know, hey, like for old time."
You was like
old time.
Gotta go. Thank you. Gotta go. Bye.
You know what? I know how to. I can get back to Baltimore while bypassing the District of Columbia. So technically, I will not be in violation of the shutdown. Right. I'll talk to you later. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, this year, since the panoramic, we've had so much civil unrest and racial unrest and economic unrest, and we're just unrestful. I can't even pick one that really stood out because it's all just horrendous. It's all like we're living in some weird dystopian nightmare. I want to say probably Kyle Rittenhouse is probably even worse than that dude down in Florida. Kyle Rittenhouse cried on the stand, and now he's of course out and free, and he's at concerts and rallies, and they're cheering. Thousands and tens of thousands of people are cheering for him, and that is very, very scary.
Very. Eccentric said the 3 men that killed Ahmaud Arbery were found guilty, and that happened right after Kyle Rittenhouse. Our expectations were very low for that, and you know that sort of.
And folks were probably like, it had it been a different outcome, folks were. I think it would have been a problem.
Yeah. Now, can I say that when they announced the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, I was like, fucking system. And I felt really bad about feeling not quite as bad when I found out that the 2 people that he killed were white. And listen, in this case, all lives do matter.
Yeah.
All life is precious. But in this fight for racial justice when someone was like, oh, the two people that he killed and the one that he wounded were all white. I was like, oh, well, then I was like amped. I was like on 15. When I found out that they were white, it came down to a 10. So I was still amped, but I just wasn't quite as amped as when I thought that the three people that he shot, two of whom died, killed, were black. So go ahead, Tyra.
What I just really want to say is the political moment had to be for me January 6th because it happened right outside my window.
Yeah.
And y'all know I posted it live. I was like, I had sage and I was literally burning, and it was not as a joke, but as a haha, let's make light of the situation, because Agent Orange was on TV talking, and I had lit sage, and I was like, please remove the negative energy from this shit here. And I literally said, this mofo is talking about marching from where he is to the Capitol. I had already seen the tour buses parked on my street because people park on my street and walk up to the Capitol. So I had already seen the Trump flags early in the morning. So when all these things started happening, I was like, okay, this is going to just be like something else. But then when he said, and now we're going to march to the Capitol, and everybody started marching, and then they started showing the things, I had a fear in me that I had not had since September 11th. And the reason that it was so real for me on September 11th was because I was supposed to be on one of those planes. So not the plane that crashed, but one of those planes that was flying to New York. And my boss was on that plane, and she was circling for hours. So she saw the smoke and she saw the things. So for me, it's very real when things like this happen, and I kind of have to take a step back. So I'm watching all of this, but I'm hearing it literally outside my window. Yeah. So then I'm calling my brother and I'm crying, and he's like, go ahead, dog. It's not that serious. I was like, N-word, do you realize what you hear on the TV is what I hear outside of my window? And he's like, I'm not watching TV. I was like, turn on the TV. 5 minutes later, he's calling me back.
Your brother said hi.
Shut up. Then he's on the phone and he's like, so the person you saw, he's like, I got my 11 guns. What you need me to do? And I was like, okay, what you're not going to do is shoot up the whole Capitol, because it's like a whole lot of them.
And one of you.
And they will kill you first. Right. Because these people don't let these people into the Capitol. Yeah. Like, that's how real it was for me. And then when it was happening, and then when it was over and they'd done all the things that they could do at the Capitol, pipe bomb is right around the corner from my house.
Right.
And these people are like walking back again with Trump flags. And I'm like, okay, at this point, if they don't have any respect for the sanctity of the Capitol, who's to say that they won't try to come in and kick in any doors that they could possibly kick in? Right. And again, as I just mentioned on the YouTube, I got 6 gallons of commercial industrial bleach, 46 cans of some sort of flammable thing, and a whole lot of matches and lighters. Let them come. Right. I might not make it, but this whole building fitting to go up in flames. Like, that's how I felt.
I'm gonna take a lot. If I don't make it, I'm gonna take a lot of you.
I'm taking a lot of you motherfuckers with me.
I'm taking a whole lot of y'all with me. Let them come. And that's really how I felt. Like, and I've never felt that way. And I have a quote unquote deathly fear of death as it is because of what I've been through. But at the same time, like, if this is where it's going to be and this is where it's going to end, I'm gonna do it on my terms.
You damn right.
And I will burn all this shit down and not have any questions and not have any sort of anything about it. I was texting everybody, I love you. If something happens to me, y'all know, if y'all see something on my street, just know I burned a bitch down.
Right. Well, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do Stunt Queens after we show you all this lovely, beautiful bean footage.
Yes.
Expensive footage.
Woohoo! We'll be right back.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Well, all righty. So now to wrap up the show, let's talk about Stunt Queens. Who is your who? All right, so you can name as many, but you got up to 3 Stunt Queens. So, Papa, who is your 3 Stunt Queens of the year?
Oh Lord. Come back to me.
Okay.
Papa, no.
No,
Because
no,
I see Lola has 3 right now.
Come on. All right,
You
come
have
on,
to
Tyra.
go
We
with
know
the
you got Stunt
call.
Queens. Come on,
Tyra,
Tyra.
bail us out. Bail us out.
Okay. Candace Owens for real.
Yes.
Kanye, yay, whatever the hell we want to call him.
I think I'm gonna go with him.
And Donald Trump simply because his ass got on with the Bill O'Reilly this week and said, yes, I'm vaccinated and boosted. Man, fuck you. We wouldn't be in this shit with the pepperoni had you done the shit that you were supposed to do when your ass was in office. But you sit up here talking about injecting people with bleach and sitting them under a goddamn tanning lamp and thinking that shit was gonna work. Okay, I'm done.
Right. Lola?
I'm gonna go. I think Donald Trump should probably be a stunt queen. I think. Damn it! I had somebody last week. I had somebody for stunt queen, and I completely forgot who it was. Yeah, you come back to me because I got it. I mean, there's so many stunts, so little time.
I know, right? Come on, Papa. You got to give us at least one.
Let's see. I'll give you one. I'm gonna go with Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
The reporter from Fox, because everything he says is just such a lie.
Right.
But the other ones I probably go with are for some of the recent reporting of these politicians who, you're starting to hear and read about all of the text messages they were sending during January 6th, which is just the opposite of everything that they've been saying since then.
Right.
I mean, we knew that they were probably lying, but, it takes a lot of guts to tell those lies when you've been sending text messages that one day are going to come out.
Right.
The audacity of it all.
The audacity of it all.
The entitlement of it all.
Epic.
So, thank you, Eccentric, for just reminding me about Jussie. So I will definitely give Jussie an honorable mention for that.
Yes.
I'm also going to give a special shout out to the couple that decided that they were going to have their wedding at the motherfucking facility that neither one of them bitches even owned.
It was actually owned by an heiress to the IHOP.
Exactly. So that's for me, that's what I'm thinking when I think of Stunt Queen. Now,
that was a good one.
Right, but I will also nominate. And for this reason, this is why I love him. I will also nominate Lil Nas X, because when I say he pulled stunts all year long, starting with this motherfucking video, starting with these appearances, but the video, when we first saw that motherfucker slide around that pole, like, call me when you want, call me what you need. I was like, bitch, you are the stuntiest stunting queen of the year. Bitch, I kind of like you. Yes. And you had on thigh-high boots. And you had 2 braids going in the back. And you straddle Satan.
And I'm through. All right, so my stunt queens, I definitely had Jussie.
Okay.
Jussie is the stuntiest of queens. Well, no. Billy Porter is the stuntiest of queens. Jess is always doing the most to me. We talked about this in our little
night
Facebook. Good night. We talked about this in our little Facebook group. Billy Porter, at least recently, is giving this energy like he really think he is
the grand dame.
Yeah, he really is giving like he really is pray tell. And it was like baby, and like as
you've done a lot.
MC Deborah said, you're not that girl.
Yeah, like you've done a lot.
You definitely carved a lane.
Done a lot, but baby, you're not that girl.
You're not that girl.
But who else? But who else is?
So let's go back. The first thing that comes to my mind is let's just start with Sylvester.
Exactly.
And even though he didn't even have a career that was even as big as Billy's, because Billy has touched different mediums. But however, when Sylvester stepped on that stage, and he did have a couple different, he did some movie work as well. But his draw alone from his music was absolutely amazing. And on the West Coast and in San Francisco, he is, well, across the country too, but he's a fucking legend. Billy can't. Pittsburgh is not that big, baby. And he's a legend in Pittsburgh, but he ain't that.
Billy is a legend.
He ain't that big in Pittsburgh.
He's one of the legendary children upcoming.
He's one. Well, okay. Well, listen. If he's one, so let me start. Listen. This is where I'm going to toot my own horn. Now, listen. Y'all have heard me talk about this ballroom scene and all that type of shit. But listen, I listen. The any of my grandkids in the Pittsburgh, bitch, they know who I am.
Right.
Bitch, I will go through Pittsburgh and step in the store. Somebody's like, Pop. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Right.
I'm okay with that. Billy.
So when are you taking? So when are we going?
I'm actually supposed to be going tomorrow. I'm a little tired, but we're going to figure that out.
Oh, to Pittsburgh. Oh.
Yes.
But so for me, Billy Porter is a stunt queen because these looks that he's pulling together.
The best.
They
missed the mark for me.
They missed the mark because like the first outfit with the tuxedo and the ball
that was
gown,
the best.
That was the best.
That was for
and
me. That was the best.
All went downhill.
Yeah, because the gold look.
Now, but
I did
redeem himself. No, bitch. When he had the joint on, and then he did the thing, and the curtains parted.
No.
Bitch, that was fab.
That was too. It was too much. I was like, bitch, no.
I can wear that. Can I wear that to my next like quarterly staff meeting, like the hat with the curtain that opens up?
Definitely. But then it's also just this whole attitude, like I'm that bitch, and then he got on TV talking about, he carved the lane that Lil Nas is walking in. I was like, I don't know about all of that because there's so many other people. I mean, I feel like that's a lane that Sylvester and Elton John, and a bunch.
That's exactly what that lane is.
You are both standing on those the shoulders of those people.
Wait,
now,
wait. Billy's the equivalent of Cruella pulling off the trash truck after the train.
That's bad, eccentric. That's bad.
Right. So, I mean, I don't dislike Billy, but I feel like he's giving, everything that he does is not giving what he thinks it can.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
I respect, listen, I'm respecting the talent. I'm respecting the drive. I'm respecting what you've even done up to this point because some of his music, I've performed some of his music. I did my little lip sync thing on the side. Mm-hmm. But
I'm sorry, you did what? You did what?
Lip sync thing on the side. Like I've competed in some pageants, like as for the male performers versus the female performers, and so like I love his music when you do it. It's like it's good.
Yes,
but
Billy Porter and Kinky Boots was amazing.
Billy Porter and Kinky Boots is like if you haven't seen him,
but that's a theater lane.
That's a theater lane,
and that doesn't. I don't know that makes him like
mainstream
for the whole world because I don't know that.
But he was only legendary in that moment in that play.
I mean, he's done other good.
He has done
on Broadway,
but that one he made a mark in that one. Like Kinky Boots, like there's no one that could. Even Todrick Hall when he stepped into those boots afterwards,
that's another
didn't make.
I don't care.
Didn't make the impression that Billy Porter left in that. And for me, that's if you can't live up to that. If you can't strive for Billy Porter and fall short of striving for this greatness, you ain't touched it. And for me, Todrick ain't touched it.
Todrick is not even in that league yet.
We call him the non-queens call him Target Todrick.
Yes, Todrick feels like
now
he feels like he's one of those I'm not like other Negroes kind of Negroes.
But I will say this. His lane when he did the Disney remakes and stuff and all the voiceovers and the 2 and 3 making songs out of Disney characters, that was amazing for him. Yes. That was absolutely amazing for him.
But
Taylor Swift helped. Swift helped. his alliance with Taylor Swift pushed him to a whole nother stratosphere that he would not have gotten based off of his
That is
target.
true.
His target, whatever they call it. What is that? The mashups or whatever it is.
But he did a lot of those before he even knew and was besties with Taylor, from what I understand.
Right.
And that stuff was really, I enjoyed that stuff.
He made his mark. He started doing these sort of ghetto caricatures.
Right. And he can sing.
No. That's why I'm saying why I don't really care.
Well, no,
I don't really see it for her.
And
because he started doing these sort of ghetto characters where the name of the black characters were like these stereotypical black names.
They were.
And they were like always the villain and stuff. And it was like, how can you, and the main character was always this pure white woman, and so it was very stereotypical tropey kind of thing. So.
I enjoyed it. But even some of his music. Now, but listen, I'm gonna be the first person to say, bitch, I bought both his albums.
I would never.
Listen, that Oz and the other one with the pink. I can't, because listen, he has some bangers on there, and I'm in my car rocking Hood Brother, undercover.
His music don't
like
really. Nothing about his music does for me. Now, I will tell you that Atlas invited me to.
I need it.
Okay,
listen, I'm here for some of his music. Like it's. You ain't gotta be straight, but you gotta be straight.
Okay.
Sing, boo.
I'm just
a lot.
That's what you was doing on Saturday when you couldn't come on time to the thing when you knew I was coming.
Exactly.
No, I did that.
And now we're back.
I did that afterwards.
But any other stunt queen?
But I was in the lane of bougie girl. I was real bougie with it. I was like, bitch, you are not. I am not tapping out, bitch. I'm not tapping out.
You didn't tap out, then I'm proud of you.
I'm not tapping out. Oh, bitch, no. My Yelp review is good.
Oh, very. I've heard. Any other stunt queens? Well, all right. This has been a lovely show. I want to thank Ms. Tyra Nicole, Papa, and Lola Getz for being on the show. We also want to send a shout out to Spesh and Kai.
Yes,
who had to drop off because they're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So they probably lost their signal, and then they were
lost at sea.
They probably tried to get the signal back for a minute, but then the butler showed up with their gold. So they were like, "Yeah, we can't do
Cartier
with all of their
caviar arrived.
with their cracked crabs and their caviar and their 1958 Beaujolais." Like,
come on, 1958 Beaujolais, come on,
exactly. And thank you to Eccentric who tried to get on the show. Listen, we'll do this again.
We'll do it again. We'll do
this every couple of months. And,
but listen, so we want to say thank you so much for this year. So because it's been an amazing year. We wanted to have everybody on.
Yes.
We generally take off in the month of December. We decided we were going to stay on for December.
Mm-hmm. So is this the last show, or are we doing a show next week?
Are we going to do the one next week for New Year's Eve?
I'm fine with
either. Is that because that's new? No, that's not New Year's Eve. That's okay. Yeah. So we have one more show.
Yes.
Just letting you guys know we have one more show before we take our break in January. So and maybe we will have people come on. So Eccentric, get your camera fixed. We need you on this show.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to come on to this show.
You can't use the camera to
you
come
can't
with
use
purchase,
that camera. Dylan, if you want to come on this show, try to get it. Maximus, where are you at? If you're trying to get on this show. Need you to get in it. Cardi, we could get you on the show.
We can only have 6 people.
We can only have 6 people, but we need y'all to, when we give you the link, we need you to come on into this show. We want to see y'all there. Now, we would love to have everyone there, but we can't. And we may have to rotate some people in and out, but that's okay. But we appreciate Lola showing up because I know, Lola, it's been a minute for you. And I know we appreciate you showing your face because it's always good to see you. And we will definitely share some stories about this whole driving thing because we got a whole lot to talk about.
Hallelujah.
Tyra, always one of my favorites. Absolutely, from the first moment I saw her, I was like, I love this girl. I love her. I was like, where's Tyra? Is she coming? He's like, well, she's not here. I'm like, what, is she coming? Like, what's? But I love Tyra. So and listen,
you love her so much that you didn't show up on time.
Right. There's a whole lot of fucking love there. Thanks a lot.
It
Yeah.
is, but I showed up at your wedding and I was there to watch you come down that
Oh,
aisle.
understand. You was finna get stalked had you not shown up at the wedding.
Yeah, but
Right.
you look absolutely fucking amazing. And listen, this is the time where I'm gonna go ahead and fangirl out. Because wait, here's what I said, Tyra. I was like, you know, we talk about the dress. She was like, I know. I said, God damn it.
The dress.
God damn it.
Am I gonna get to see a picture of this dress? Because they talked about it.
Lola, I'll send it to you.
Okay, because I heard pictures of that.
What it needed to be
and the
done.
necklace.
Yes, God.
Yes.
Yes, God. And
Because
I was like,
the only approval that I wanted outside of him who is sleeping, and he don't really count because he don't know. The only approval that I needed was them two right there.
because when she
I
came
said
down
if
the aisle,
Epic and Dominion did the whoop,
listen,
that's
because
all
when
I
she came down
wanted.
the aisle, I said, oh my God, she's coming. I was like, she looks so virginal, so pure, so beautiful. And then as she got past, I was like, is that a twinkle? Yes, look at the back of the dress. Look at the back of the dress.
I know, right?
My whole ass was bedazzled.
Yes, it was.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But shout out to everybody for showing up. We really, really, really appreciate you all. And between this little liquor and this thing and this little drink, I done got a little buzz, and I'm good with that. But I'm going. Listen,
I'm glad tomorrow's a light day at the
baby.
office.
I ain't got to. Listen, but so we'll see you all next week.
Yes.
And other than that, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We enjoy doing this. We still have to work out a few things, but we really, 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 really appreciate you guys. And we're going to put some more information out for you guys to have more of a part of the show for next week and more comments. So please tune in next week, and we will definitely talk more about some stuff. Tyra, if you want to get the whole household in, we all here for it. Papa, if you want to get the whole household in, we're all here for it. Lola, if you want to get all the household in, we're all here for it because your fur baby was amazing. So anybody y'all want to bring in, just bring them on in. So, but with that, I'm rambling on and I'm a little buzzed.
Happy holidays.
Woo! Everybody have a good weekend. Happy holidays.
I'll say thank y'all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Good night. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Oh.